Okay, so rookiewall.com here with Ekpe Udoh. Obviously, you're a busy man. We really appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Definitely. So what do you think of the whole process so far, man? Is it exciting, exhausting?
Very excited. I mean, it's fun. You know, it's something that you want to do in your lifetime, but a lot of miles in the air. So, getting used to that because, it's similar to the NBA season.
Definitely. Do you have, any favorite moments or funny stories, anything like that?
Favorite moments? The combine was fun, just to get everybody at the same place,
Kind of media frenzy and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was fun. Some good guys, funny guys.
Definitely. Like I said, you're a busy man. You're here in Utah right now. You're going to be working out with the Utah Jazz. What teams have you already worked out with, and what teams are you scheduled to work out with in the last couple weeks?
I've worked out for Houston, Indiana, Toronto, Sacramento, the Clippers, and Golden State Warriors. And I know I'm going to Detroit, I think, pretty soon.
Okay, cool. And I know it probably fluctuates, and you've probably heard a dozen different scenarios by now, but what have you heard about your draft stock recently?
Man, I don't know. Just being on the road and having the opportunity to play in front of the coaches, you really can't worry about that. Just got to go out and show.
Just nothing, nothing too concrete?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we know the Jazz are bringing in players like Cole Aldrich and Hassan Whiteside, and you've worked out with those players before. What's it like to work out with the same guys so often?
You get a feel for their game, so you kind of build up a scout report in your own head. But it's fun because it's always competitive.
Okay, cool. Do you get to know some of these guys a little bit better?
Yeah. I've been with Hassan almost everywhere. So
maybe a friendship, or maybe even a rivalry, or
more of a friendship. Not too much of a rivalry.
Okay, cool. Well, since you are in Utah, obviously there's some question marks with Carlos Boozer in the offseason and stuff like that. But even if he does come back, one of their usual complaints in Utah is lack of size and length and stuff like that. So I guess what would it be like to be drafted here and play for a Hall of Fame coach like Jerry Sloan and with an all-star point guard like Darren Williams?
Oh man, it'd be great, to come into a situation and be able to learn from the players in front of you, and being able to throw yourself in the organization, getting to know Coach Sloan well, and just having. He will have a major impact on my basketball career.
Definitely. Well, let's see about these team workouts. What sort of training have you been doing, individually, and who have you been working with? Maybe conditioning or shooting and stuff like that. What sort of stuff?
Just and with Anthony Conley out of Life University, we've been hitting it pretty hard. Really being in shape, taking your conditioning to another level. Different shooting drills,
Well, is there a specific aspect of your game that you've been really emphasizing, trying to get better at?
Just conditioning. Because they really test your conditioning in these workouts.
Yeah, definitely. And with the NBA season, 82 long season. And so what do you think your biggest improvement is so far? Is that the conditioning, you think?
Conditioning,
just,
yeah.
NBA shape?
It's better than it was in college.
Okay, great. There's been some talk, obviously, about whether you're a 4 or a 5. What do you consider to be your true position, and how would you describe your style of play?
I would think I'm a power forward, more of the 4 spot. But being able to play the 5, I've done in my past. I think whenever it's necessary, I'll be able to slide over. But I have to get in the weight room, and really hit that hard to be able to come in and be able to compete with the players.
Are there any NBA players that you compare your game to, or maybe even try to model your game after?
Kind of a KG, being versatile, with his passing ability, his intensity, his dribbling, in a half-court set. Okay,
yeah, definitely. Defensively, everyone, they know what they're getting with you, a really great defensive prospect. And offensively, you're very versatile, like you were talking about. What do you think is your most efficient or favorite way to score? Do you like to take someone off the dribble or post someone up, or what do you
probably take someone off the dribble, probably elbow, facing up and attacking.
Okay, great. Well, let's talk a little college ball now. Obviously, the big story with you was the transfer from Michigan to Baylor, and obviously we saw a big boost in stats across the board in your year at Baylor, as in comparison to what you had at Michigan, and besides just the team change in itself and maybe some more playing time, what changed with you as a player that kind of helped take your game to that next level?
Appreciating the game even more. During the year off, just working hard when nobody was there. I like to say, work hard when the lights are off. So when you have your opportunity in the light, you're gonna shine with it.
Yeah, definitely. What was your practice like, workout load during that year off? I mean, like, we just hit the gym every day?
Every day. Come in early, sometimes stay late. I was really with Coach Driscoll a lot. Okay. Coach Driscoll, Coach Drew. They put me through some workouts during that year that get me ready.
Okay. What do you consider to be the highlight of your college career?
Elite Eight.
The Elite Eight, definitely.
Elite Eight.
That's what I was going to talk to you about next. I mean, obviously you guys had a great run in the NCAA tournament. With the possibility of maybe coming back next year and maybe even going deeper, having some maybe possibly winning the tournament. How hard was it, to put your name in the draft and not go back for
I mean, it was tough. After the Duke game, me and Coach Drew, we sat down, we talked about it. I had to take a week off to really focus on it because watching the Final Four game, made me want to come back, no matter what. But yeah. After some thought, some prayer, I just thought I was ready to make that leap.
Okay, great. And then when you did decide to enter the draft, you ended up deciding on signing with Chris Grilucci, who's your agent. We heard you interviewed with a lot of different agents. What kind of made you feel comfortable with him and ended up deciding to go with him?
There was a connection between us, and I knew he was going to work hard for me. As long as I put in the work, he was going to, match it.
Yeah, you just felt he was fully with you and dedicated to you.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. Well, I guess enough about the draft. We want to talk about some other stuff. What's the story behind the nickname?
The nickname, man. Well, it started out one practice during my redshirt year. Practice was a little chippy. People were talking noise, and there was a play where me and a player got into it, and something happened. He said something, and I said something like, "You have dreams about me, I'm a nightmare to you." Something along those lines, and then it went away for a little bit, and then people started bringing it up, and then the whole 13, Quincy Acey had something to do with that.
Okay, so it didn't start from there. That was just kind of coincidental, the 13?
Yeah, the 13, we were just thinking about my jersey number. Yeah. And then we put together my middle name, and then the 13, I don't know how Quincy came up with it, but we went with it. It
just all sort of worked out.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite NBA team growing up?
No, I just used to watch basketball.
Okay, what players were you into back in the day?
Of course, Jordan, Hakeem, KG when he came in till now. Just anybody I could catch on TV, just trying to learn the game.
Okay, cool. What sort of stuff are you into outside of the game? Like, do you have any hobbies, or what are you up to when you're not in the court?
When I'm not on the court, I just like to relax and laugh. I just laugh it up.
Just take it easy.
Take it easy. I dominate 2K10, so
that was my next question.
I kind of retire from that for now until.
Okay. I was gonna say, if you are into video games, is that gonna be cool, weird that you could play as yourself in?
That's
like
gonna
2K?
It's gonna be odd, but probably won't use myself much. So.
I know, right? Some people either can't use themselves or like only use themselves.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to use myself.
Either way, really exciting, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. Very.
Well, Ekpe Udoh, thanks for taking the time to sit down with us. Really appreciate it, and good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you for having me.